Hey everybody, welcome to another World of Tanks console video. This time we're going out for a spin in the new Australian cruiser Vanquisher AC1. It's the Australian tank famous for having a large dong as its machine gun output on the front of the tank. But unlike most other videos, that's not what we're going to be concentrating on today. This is taking the tank out as top tier on the Heilbronn map. Now, this tank, if any of you have played it, looked at it, tried it out, or watched any videos about it, you realise there's nothing particularly special about it. It's got a 2-pounder gun, which is okay, but it's not fantastic. I mean, it's not as good as the top gun on the Matilda, for example. It's quite a bit quicker than tanks like, say, the Matilda, but it just hasn't got the armour, and its alpha damage is relatively poor. Now, on top of that, it hasn't particularly got any disadvantages either. I mean, my thoughts on this tank from driving it is it's very much like the T-34, a tier above it. Is you can go out there and you can partake in most roles on the battlefield, but what you can't ever do is excel in any of them. But no, I find it a fun tank to play, and on console, anyone who's just been playing for Team USSR has received this tank as part of the prize for being on the winning team. So there we go. Chocks away, and we'll see what we can do in battle with this little 2-pounder gun. Yeah, here's an example of what you can do with this tank. You know, we're fighting here. I mean, it's only against tier 3 opponents, but you've got enough manoeuvrability to not be caught out on the fly. You know, you've got enough of an output that you can, contribute to damage, but it's never going to be the big burst damage that you would have from, sort of, say, the 17-pounder gun that you can get a couple of tiers above this on the same tank, which is the Mark IV experimental version of the AC tank. Here we are, making the mistake of trying to auto-aim over here, eventually just give up, take it over manually. What you do find with this tank though is its high rate of fire. It makes it very, very easy to whack the auto-aim on and just start circling an enemy. There we go. Another one bites the dust. And here we find ourselves facing against AC1 on the opposing team. Now, on console this week, there's been a lot of these flying around. I think everybody's going out testing their new toys. But here we've managed to get him just so we're firing up into his hull, and every shot seems to be going straight over our heads. And this is that rate of fire. Look, shot, less than 2-second reload is, fantastic. Oh, a critical hit there. There we go. Finishes him off. We're up to 16 penetrations. What more can we do before the end of this battle? And there's not much more around. They're behind a rock. They're hidden. Who have we got over here? Oh, no, taken out by an M3 Lee. Often regarded as the worst of the tier 4 tanks, but don't forget he has got that big old 75mm gun on the front of the hull that is acting a bit like a tier 4 tank destroyer. And if he's facing you, you do. But there we go, game over. Finished. 18 penetrations, 3 kills, 6 spots. Like I said, it's a balanced tank, and I've had a bit of fun taking this out. 2,856 with my daily double on the experience. 743 damage done in total. But again, if we look at the detailed stats, we see out of 35 shots fired, we've got 18 penetrations there for that total damage of 743. Now that's working out average of just over 41 damage per shot. That's going to take 10 shots to kill most equal tier medium tanks. So we'll see what this tank can do when it ends up as bottom tier. Here's Prokhorovka at night, and we're going out. We're on a team destruction, so no back bases to worry about, no flags to capture. It's just a case of last man standing wins. Yeah, we should have realised at this point, with people firing in the air, that we're maybe not going to do too well on this game, but you know, we'll see what we can do at our tier. And most of us seem to be sticking together coming down this western edge of the map, which, you know, in a team destruction can be quite a nice place to, you know, park yourself, because you've got that ridge line, as you can just see on the left of the screen at the moment, that actually offers you quite a bit of cover from, in terms of camouflage and concealment, from the centre of the map. You've got some rows of hedgerows that you can plant in front of yourself, keep yourself protected from the enemy, and getting yourself right, you can actually have quite an engagement and push through. I mean, this can happen in any of the game modes, but during the team destructions you can really rip through people, because you're not worrying about leaving your flag open to anyone storming down the centre of the map. As it is, as I'm reaching this first hedgerow, I get spotted. It's the old problem when you're bottom tier, is your view range just isn't as good as anybody else's. Your camouflage isn't as good as anyone else's, and I decide I need something solid to hide behind. Once I've got myself out of the direct fire, and carry on pushing down with the team. T-34, the tank that I was comparing this to earlier. Obviously the T-34 is a tier higher. There's a slightly different selection of guns, because you can put that fantastic 57mm Zis on the T-34, which has awesome penetration. But if you've enjoyed driving a T-34, I think you would enjoy the AC1. Or the Vanquisher, as it's also known.
Enemies looking right at us. We lost track of them.
Anyway, as we're pushing down this side, using these huts as a bit of concealment, we actually start to find ourselves a bit surrounded by the enemy. You know, we seem to have lost out in the centre there and started to get engulfed quite quickly on. Yeah, these things happen as you go along. Yeah, I'm now being spotted by someone. What I haven't realised is we've got that TD is almost right up my arse and keeps on, I believe, auto spotting me because he's within that 50-metre detection range. Go again, just firing out with that 2-pounder. It just never seems to, even when you hit, it never seems to do enough damage to really finish people off. But yeah, we just took out an AT2. He could have been causing a bit of damage across the team, but we are getting absolutely curb stomped by this point.
Wait, can I have a go at that?
Oh, God knows what that was. Must have lent my controller. Anyway, we come out here. The enemy team are on another one of the Vanquisher ACs. Can we do the same as we did in the last battle, where I go head to head, take him out? There we go, firing a few shots across. Pumping him in, bit of engine damage to him there. More damage, but you know, not much in the term of things, considering I'm on less than half health here.
Reloading.
There's lots of bullets.
Locked on.
Well, now I've got the T-34-85 that side. I've got the Vanquisher in front.
They destroyed one of our tanks. Enemy
Starting to feel seriously outnumbered and seriously outgunned.
bail out.
And lo and behold, I get taken out by that T-34-85 across in the centre. So there we have it. There's my little mini review of the Vanquisher AC1, just given away recently free on the console version of World of Tanks. Fun little tank. I enjoyed it. Not really overpowered, but definitely not lacking anywhere. And yeah, we managed to make it to the end of this review without doing anything to do with that great bit. Oh,